So Sheriff, first of all, can you just, walk me through what we know, the timetable of when he was found and what we know so far?
Good morning. Yes, this is Sheriff Curtis Brame here in Vance County. On Wednesday, September the 11th, at approximately 10:08 a.m., Vance County Sheriff Office received a call out to a rural part of the community, Vance Mill Road, 285 Vance Mill Road, where a deceased young man was sitting up against a tree, with his back up against a tree. He had a rope around his neck, and he had the top of the rope was up in the tree limb. There was not a noose. There was not a knot in the rope. We have information that we got that this young man had visited a local Walmart store here in Henderson, where he purchased an item that was possibly used around his neck. It's an open investigation at this time. We're following all the resources and avenue. We're utilizing. We found out he was a truck driver after we identified who he was. At first, we had no identity on him because he had no ID on him. And once we identified who he was, we found that the tractor trailer that he was driving was in an adjacent lot from where his body was located. We contacted his family in Aurora, Illinois. We had the Aurora Police Department go out and contact his family. And once that notification was made, we personally my investigators talked to the family and informed them of the information and the ongoing investigation, the death investigation of their son, their 21-year-old son, Mr. Magee.
And so at this point, you've seen some of these videos from family members that have out there sort of, questioning whether there could be foul play involved. What's your response to that?
I understand the loss. I feel gratitude, condolences, not gratitude, but condolences go out to the family. I never lost a child, to the mother and to their loved ones. I never walked in their shoes, but I asked them to slow down, to pump their brakes, to slow that train down that has left the station, about the Vance County Sheriff Office, and definitely want to clear that the Henderson Police Department has nothing to do with this investigation whatsoever. This incident is clearly out in the county under the jurisdiction of the sheriff, which is myself and my deputies and investigators. We invited the North Carolina the North Carolina SBI to assist us in the investigation regarding perceptions and get clarity, and to be transparent that the Vance County Sheriff Department is not withholding anything and sharing information regarding to the decedent to the family.
Is there an autopsy yet?
An autopsy is being performed today, yes.
Okay. And also, with regard to, the rope maybe possibly being bought at Walmart, would you be able to release that surveillance video?
Once we compile the information that we have, step by step, talking to the district attorney, the local district attorney, and the SBI. We don't want to release too much information too soon because this is an ongoing investigation. And we just ask everybody to be patient, and so we can do a thorough investigation to get the proper information out there, and ask people to stay off social media and slow down and report the facts. I understand there's over 1,000 hits on TikTok. The sheriff office not being transparent, not providing information to the family, and that is not true. There's been information put out there that there's a lynching in Vance County. There is not a lynching in Vance County. The young man was not dangling from a tree. He was not swinging from a tree. The rope was wrapped around his neck. It was not a noose. It was not a knot in the rope. So therefore, it was not a lynching here in Vance County.
Well, on the other side of things, do you believe at this point, or can we confidently it was a suicide?
I cannot, without the report, the cause of death from the medical examiner. We're going down every avenue, every aspect, all information, videos. We got in contact with the trucking company to get his GPS reading of all his whereabouts while he was here in Vance County in the Henderson area. So right now, we don't know exactly the cause of death of this young man. So no, I cannot say it was suicide at this time.
Okay, and also on the other side, you can't say foul. How is it being treated? Just as a death investigation?
It's been treated as a death investigation until we rule it out.
Okay. Are there any signs of any foul play?
No, sir, not at this time. No signs of foul play or implication of anyone else involved at this time.
What's your message to the family? I mean, obviously, regardless of what this was, they're thousands of miles away in Chicago. You get news that, your son is found, near a tree in the middle of North Carolina.
Be patient. Call us 24/7. The Vance County Sheriff Office, 252-738-2200. I'm Sheriff Curtis Brain. Call me or one of my investigators, and any time of day or night, we will come in. We will meet you here at the Sheriff Office. I'm sorry that the family wasn't awarded that opportunity to view their son or their loved ones in not a natural circumstance, but in a normal circumstance where someone is deceased and taken to a local hospital. The family are awarded that opportunity to go to the hospital, to the emergency room, or either some other form of fashion so they can view the body and identify the person. This young man was not disfigured in any form or fashion. The picture ID that we took, the picture that we'd taken of him was positively you could identify as being your child, or identify someone who knew that could identify that picture.
So where is he now then?
His body is at the medical examiner's office, being autopsied.
For the autopsy.
Yes, sir.
And do we know when the results of that are going to come in?
Hopefully today we get a preliminary and give us a better understanding of what happened.
And you'll release that right away?
I will share the information with the family first, and then make a decision from the district attorney about sharing it with the press and with the public.
Is there anything else that you mentioned that you've seen out there on social media that you wanted to address or clear the air about?
I do. I just want people to stay out of their rumor mills, stick to the facts, allow us to do our job and be patient, and stop saying that the sheriff is not being transparent or that the sheriff is not doing what he's supposed to do. I'm very clear in my duties and my responsibilities and my obligations to the citizens of Vance County and the state of North Carolina.
And do you know who found him or what the circumstances of the call coming in were?
I have not released that information this time, sir.
Okay.
The call came in through 911, so therefore it's recorded, and we'll be able to trace that back, sir.
So we can't say who came upon him?
Not at this time. It's part of the ongoing investigation.
Gotcha. Do we know, the last people who were in contact with him or kind of anything leading up to this?
No, sir, we do not. Other than apparently being at Walmart distribution.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Walmart store.
Okay. And his truck, how far was he from where his truck was parked?
Oh, I said 30, 40 yards from where his truck was in a fenced-in area, and he was on the outside of the fenced-in area where a tree was at.
And you said he was just sitting up against the tree?
With his back up against the tree.
Okay, and the rope was just around his neck?
Yes, sir.
Was it tight?
I did not pay attention personally. I cannot comment on that.
Okay. Any other, anything else on his body? Bruises, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Anything else you wanted to add or that I forgot to ask?
No, sir. I think you covered it all.
All right. I appreciate you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks.